Tracy Johnson. From May 5th to 7th, Artscape concerts pop up in unexpected spaces, dance, theater, music. And on May 7th and 8th, discover handcrafted treasures at T-Tax ABC, Craft and Souvenir Market. On the Rodney Bay Strip, Art in the City 2026, rooted in culture, bold in expression.
Don't continue being in the red. This is your chance to clear your head. If you have any tax arrears up to income year 2023, the Inland Revenue Department is reminding you to act now. The tax amnesty comes to an end on May 1st, 2026. And remember, it comes with a 100% waiver on interest, penalties, and collection fees. That's right. You only pay what you owe, nothing more. All taxes, one deadline, one opportunity. Make your arrangements today and get back on track. Call 468-2800 for the Castries office or 468-6655 for Supre and 468-4960 V4, or visit your nearest Inland Revenue Department office. May 1st, 2026 is your last chance to fix. The date is getting closer.
Don't miss it. JQ Motors April sale is alive and kicking across St. Lucia. Whether you're looking for an EV, hybrid, or internal combustion engine, JQ Motors has the ride for you. Perfect cars, perfect service, perfect timing. Visit our showroom at Chalk Estate or call 453-2277 to book your test drive today. That's 453-2277.
Experience the rhythm, feel the soul, embody the atmosphere where foundation transcends, set against the breathtaking beauty of Point Verde, where Lush Cliff meets the ocean blue. Welcome to Jazz of Verge 2026, presented by the First National Bank. It's an experience. Headline in the action: international reggae icon, Jam Messenger, Luciano. Joined by some of St. Lucia's top-notch musicians, Mishat, Michael Robinson, Level 4, all backed by the Impulse Band, also featuring Rupert Lay Jazz Trio, 6 Mile, Cheryl Francis, St. Lucy's Steel Pan, and more. Regular tickets are $125, VIP $300 EC dollars. Get your tickets at the Cell, Knights Gas Station, Miku, and Rose Madine. Online at fourcirclestickets.com. Sunday, April 26th. The gates are open from 1 p.m. Showtime 3 p.m. Jazz of Verge is powered by Four Circles Tickets. Wear white and join us for an unforgettable experience.
At Massey, it starts before the doors open, before the lights come on. It starts with us, the people. From learning and development to purchasing, from the baker to the farmer, from heavy lifting to the smallest details, from behind the scenes to every aisle, every shelf made ready. It's people working, showing up every day for you. Massey Stores, our family, serving your family.
At RCI, we're celebrating mothers in a special way. A word for mama. Call RCI at 452-3046 and participate in something simple but meaningful. Give us your name, mom's name, and a contact number with one word that best describes your mom. Is she strong, loving, inspiring? Which word best describes your mom? 3 lucky callers will get the chance to share the love and win big for mama with each announcer. Let's celebrate mama together. This Mother's Day, we're celebrating the incredible women who raised us. One word that best describes your mom. The winning mom will receive a Mother's Day gift package from our special partners. The winner will be announced live on Wednesday, May 6th.
Celebrate Mom this Mother's Day in unforgettable style. Join us on May 10th, 2026 from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Belgian Hotel for a luxurious Mother's Day brunch experience. Enjoy a curated brunch menu, all-inclusive bar, and all-day entertainment from start to finish. Featuring live performances by Runsley Strings on sax, Rob Z. Taylor and Shiners, plus Minel, Ashanti, Robbie, Herb Black, Black Pearl, and end the day with the unique band. All for $130 US per person. A full day of elegance, music, and celebration just for mom. Call 456-1800 now to make your reservation.
I just had to adjust that camera there. It got my bad side. Good afternoon, St. Lucia. Welcome to Stress Free Lettre Wednesday. I'm your host, Miguel Fevrier, aka Butu. How y'all doing? Did you miss me? Did you miss moi? I'm right here. And we have a wonderful, a hot, according to my friend Imara, a creamy letter here for you today. Oh yeah, let me shout out the folks on our Facebook Live before we get into the WhatsApp. The official Usher. Oh, wait. Boy, £1, somebody reached before you, boy. Rochelle Regis, how are you? 308 Live. Good afternoon to you, my darling. Welcome back to Lettre. Haven't seen you in a little bit. £1, Hippolyte. He says, Team RCI, we say, hey. Red Salad, how are you, my darling? You know red means shabbing. And salad. Toss salad or just regular salad. And the Empress Isa is in the building. Hold on. Yes, I shall. All right, next, £1, the official Usher. Big up my brother, Kelvin Charles. He's shouting out our crew. Shakira Constantine, Dudu Darling, Mara, Imara, Zara, Kendra J. Bellas, Amanda Charles, Della D. Val. I want to say a special good afternoon to someone all over in all the way in Pennsylvania, USA. Jennifer Laws, Jenny, how are you, my darling? Hope all is well. First time tuning into Lettre. I hope you enjoy. Della D. Val, Roche, Mark, Anna Rose, Annie Money, Janet, how are you doing? Lanika Batiste, Nigella Shabatiste. Of course, the brother Iwa Rankin. How are you, my brother? Hope all is well. Kelvin is here. Miguel and Isa. Yes, £1. Big up you, my brother. Sugar Dins William. Lovely. Is that the name? Hold on. Let me go back into what I see there. Is that the name I am seeing there? Drama Queen Augusta. Oh, Sweetness Lovely Leia. Drama Queen, where are you, my girl? Nigella, welcome, my darling. Welcome. Kelvin says, Team RCI, hey! Big up Mix and Empress Isa, £1 Black Manakulia, Empress Mara, and Empress Anissa. Drama Queen! Boy, she finally get a break. Dudu, what happened, Dudu? You finally get that little bathroom break for you to come and listen to Lettre. Welcome, darling. Welcome. Hope you called. Send us a voice note, baby girl. Send us a voice note. Anissa Solomon, my favorite shabin, next to my other favorite shabin, and the one after that, and my other favorite shabin. I have a lot of favorite shabins. But Anissa happens to so much make that list. Happy Wednesday to you, my darling. Philo, Team RCI, hey, says big up everybody. Lanika Batiste, Kendra, thank you, Kendra. Big up me. I want pizza later. I passed in for pizza later, so put my thing aside for me, and I paid for it. It's on you. Great day, my darling Anissa. Happy Wednesday, Nigella. Thank you, darling. Aaron Cotter, big up my brother, Aaron. How are you, my brother, all the way in CA in Canada? Big up, my brother. Big up. It's been a while. Sherry, big up to you, my dear. Now let's check out the WhatsApp and see what the WhatsApp is saying. And of course, Imara has to give us our message. It's stress-free Lettre Wednesday. Good day, y'all. Yay! The best test program is on Lettre. Big up Team RCI. Hey, sending you love, my darling. And my Northwest crew is always locked in. Winsbert, Mark, Josh, TK, Isaac, and Yellow. Northwest, I'm still in the market for a new vehicle, you know. JQ, big up y'all. Good afternoon to JQ. And not to forget the sale, the specials going on right now on your EVs and your hybrid vehicles and petrol vehicles. Good afternoon to you. But Northwest, good afternoon to you. Winsbert, Mark, Josh, TK, Isaac, and Yellow. Locked in. Good afternoon to you all. And of course, I come in Northwest soon to look for a vehicle. I'm still in the market for a new car. Let's see what's going on. All right. So bigging up all our listeners right now. School's out. So big up all you parents and the kids, the teenagers who listen to Lettre right now. I doubt you guys probably playing some sports somewhere on the beach or playing video games or in front of your computer. But if by any chance you are listening, youngins, good afternoon to you. All the bus drivers around the island from the north, Grocery, all the way to the south. We passing East Coast, West Coast, No Coast, in the forest there, T. Rocher, Babuno, all of you, good afternoon to you. Our financial institutions, Bank of St. Lucia, First Caribbean, CIBC, First National Bank, formerly Cooperative Bank, Republic Bank, good afternoon to you. Proven Bank, and all our credit unions, good afternoon to you. Janu, good afternoon to you. Labry, my credit union. And folks, there's a petition going around for the commencement or for the re-establishment of the Grocery Cooperative Credit Union. So find your name, those of you in the Grocery and environments, especially the Grocery constituency, make sure you put your name on there. I mean, come on. Grocery had a credit union. Now Labry, everybody taking over, they have theirs. Grocery is the largest, the most densely populated constituency on island. I think it's only fair that the people of Grocery, especially Grocery Town, the way that used to work before, have their own cooperative. So folks, please sign that petition if you see it going around for the re-establishment of the Grocery Cooperative Credit Union. Saying good afternoon to our service providers, Lucy Lake, Wasco, Digicel Flow, good afternoon to you. And my brother, Siobhan Mondese, always locked in, always present. He always checks back on that attendance register. Good afternoon to you, says Team RCI. We say, hey! All right. And folks, jazz season has begun. In about 2 weeks, I have some friends coming in from Canada who's going to experience St. Lucia and St. Lucia Jazz for the first time. And trust me, they are very, very, very excited. You've heard the ads, and there's a show I want to go to. There's one I want to go to, the Jazz Sampler Show. The kind of music I hear that's going to be playing, that's the celebration of soul and the almost the end of the disco era. It's around the late 70s, 80s. That's my kind of music. I will be there. I want to be there. Good afternoon to all of you folks. The St. Lucia Tourism Authority. Big up the boss lady, Tammy. And of course, the man, the original Siki, boss man, Sikra. Good afternoon to you. Always locked into Lettre. We appreciate you, boss man. We appreciate you. We love you. And I hope I see you for that jazz season. I know you're some of the artists we're going to be having. I know that's some of your music. Tammy, good afternoon to you. Taddy and the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, everyone over there, good afternoon to you. All our government offices, good afternoon to you. RSA opening hot already, Soufre hot. Yeah, but I see Soufre Jazz unlock. The ad is out. Yeah, man. All right, so we have just about 6 minutes left before we get into our letter for the day. Of course, Isa is not in the studio as yet, but she will be. She just popped in to give me a little message. She just popped in, but we shall have her there soon, giving me power as usual. All right, let's see what our WhatsApp is saying. It's empty for now. Remind you folks that the numbers to call are 4523046. And of course, our WhatsApp number is 2846001. That's where you can send your shout outs. Excuse me, we have just about less than 5 minutes left. Well, more than 5, but less than 6 minutes left. It's 3:24 and something. Being about people at the SRDF, Super Regional Development Foundation. Good afternoon to you all. The Grocery Town Council, good afternoon to you. Beachcomber, Cots Unicoma. I shout out Jake already. I just shouting y'all out again just so that y'all can further my discount. Yeah, the folks over at Swift Pack, good afternoon to you. That's my favorite place to use. Trust me, I just come from there a while ago. And they have a kind of things there for me. It's just that, the wife ordering things and I have to pay for it, so sometimes it catches you by surprise. And of course, Ella Ferdinand, Ella Pink Nation. You want to be a guest on my? We have to talk about that because there have some things we have to talk about before you even talk about being a guest. Anyway, we'll deal with that. Good afternoon to you, Misty Floyd. Where have you been, Team RCI? Hey, it's been a while. Vivian Armstrong. Good afternoon to you, my darling. Shabs Kisopolius. Good afternoon to you, Amanda Charles. Welcome, darling. It's been a while. I'm sure I didn't see you last week or the week before that. Well, the week before that was Lent. We didn't have anything, but it's good to see our regulars back on our WhatsApp, our Facebook platform. Sorry. Okay, we have just a little over 3 minutes left before we go into the break. And of course, reminding you that Lettre is brought to you by our friends over at Fruitsy Simos, and you know what they say. But if it's good, feel free to add more things so we'll know what you all say. All right, our Facebook Live is going crazy. She's there. You're there. Good afternoon to you, darling. All right. A black man, I don't like you saying my shab been hot, you know. So you have to leave Anissa alone. Leave Anissa alone. Let her enjoy herself in the cold without you. Them hot you sending there getting me jealous. And Anissa called my love. What kind of thing is that, guys? All right. So folks, our letter today, if I give you a quick preview, it's actually one on a less of a he cheated, she cheated kind of thing, but more along the lines of a stepmother, for lack of a better term. A stepmother who seems to have some issue with the mother of her stepdaughter. But we shall hear that story. It's not the wicked stepmother case as in the Snow White and these other things that you know, but it is a stepmother who's trying her best, but she feels like it's almost a lost cause in trying to be that other mother to that child. All right, so folks, we have about a minute and 22 seconds left before we get into our break and then get back into the letter. So feel free to shout out to 846-001. Andres Dental Lab. Good afternoon to you folks. Just over the bridge in Leclerc by the roundabout. Just a little past Tire Zone. The folks at Tire Zone, Warren and crew, good afternoon to you. Check out Andres Dental Lab, folks. Hey, family! Mark Charlemagne, as the Americans say. Charlie Main. Good afternoon to you. He says, Migs and the RCI family, good afternoon. Ella, what's interesting? What is interesting? Hey, Natasha, both Cinderella and Snow White had wicked stepmothers. Remember the queen, the evil queen was Snow White's stepmother. I know my stories, you know. What's wrong with you? Natasha? All right, folks. All right, folks. We have about 10 seconds left. We're going to go into a break. Remind you that Lettre is brought to you by our friends over at Fruitsy Simos. And here comes Isa. But you'll hear from her after.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos?
My girl, you know what they say about Fruitsy Simos?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy Simos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy Simos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy Simos. Unless you say something else.
Fruitsy Simos, you know what they say.
up online or visit a branch today. Get your credit card June 30, don't delay.
At Magico, insurance has never been just about policies. It's about people. It's why generations of our customers place their trust and valued assets with us, and why AM Best rated us A- excellent for financial strength. From helping families recover to standing strong in the communities we serve, we've always cared and always will. Magico Insurances, fast, fair, and always there. Now rated excellent.
Domino's Pizza rich, boy. Not a piece goes to waste. Cause we all love the taste. And you can be the flavor of the Domino's Pizza. Service, price, and delivery. The best in the country. So stick with the taste that you know. Pizza from Domino's. Domino's Pizza, the best pizza you had. Caribbean cinemas. You fought Rodney Bay, William Peter Boulevard. Domino's Pizza.
Experience the rhythm, feel the soul, embody the atmosphere where foundation transcends, set against the breathtaking beauty of Point Verde, where lush cliff meets the ocean blue. Welcome to Jazz of Verge 2026, presented by the First National Bank. It's an experience. Headline in the action, international reggae icon, Jam Messenger, Luciano. Luciano. Joined by some of St. Lucia's top-notch musicians, Mishak, Michael Robinson, Level 4, all backed by the Impulse Band, also featuring Rupert Lay Jazz Trio, 6 Mile, Cheryl Francis, St. Lucy's Steel Pan, and more. Regular tickets are $125, VIP $300 EC. Get your tickets at the Cell, Knights Gas Station, Miku, and Rose Madines. Online at fourcirclestickets.com. Sunday, April 26th. The gates are open from 1 p.m. Showtime 3 p.m. Jazz of Verge is powered by Four Circles Tickets. Wear white and join us for an unforgettable experience.
Are you in need of financial assistance? Look no further than Fix Limited. Fix Limited offers a range of loan solutions to suit your needs. Personal loans, refinance loans, debt consolidation loans, educational loans, and hospitalization loans. Our friendly team is ready to help. Visit us today and take the first steps towards achieving your goals. To get started, simply bring your job letter, 2 recent salary slips, and 2 forms of valid ID. Fix. Flexible, reliable, and committed to serving you. Firm and upright.
We love our island life, whether it's in the garden, clearing bush for farming, or exploring the hills. But in these peaceful places, danger can lie low. Snake bites are real, and they can happen fast. When a snake bite happens, every second counts. If bitten, go immediately to the Accident and Emergency Department of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex or St. Jude Hospital. With St. Lucia Universal Health Coverage from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Nutrition, you are protected. You will receive anti-venom, medication, and laboratory tests. If required, you will undergo surgery. Your full hospitalization costs are covered. After treatment, you can access outpatient clinic review and physiotherapy. From the hills to your home, no matter where it happens, we've got your back.
And we're back. We are back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. And joining me in studio is the one and only, the lovely, the beautiful, the rude Empress Isa.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Talking to me?
Everybody.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you something a while ago. Liza said I make her fall. Liza fell for me a while ago. And you can't lie about it. That's your words and not mine.
I never
your
said
words,
that.
Liza. Your words, Liza.
I never said that.
Folks, Liza has fallen for me, and
That
that's
could
my
never
story,
be.
and she's sticking to it.
That could never be. Let me put out a disclaimer right there and there. That could never be, folks. Not at all.
Liza, say good afternoon to your
Good
folks.
afternoon, everybody listening to RCI. Yes.
Andre is then
including
I shout you out
Miguel.
I get a hello. I get a hello.
But I heard you. I heard you were
hello.
interacting with your persons on the Facebook platform. I heard you bigging up so many people.
I get a hello. That's what I get a hello. Liza. They say Liza was nice. Put on the record book. Say Mark Liza was nice to me today.
Oh Lord.
So, darling, I'm going to lay down the ground rules. Folks, it's E for everyone, including your grandmother. So keep it clean.
Yep.
And respect people's opinions.
Yep.
Respect Liza's opinions. And you must respect me. I'm the host. I'm always right.
That is not true. That is not true.
Forget
He's
the
not
haters,
always
folks.
right.
Forget the haters.
But we just respecting one another, okay?
We're respecting everybody. And the numbers to call are 452-3046 and 284-6001. Hey, look who's back. Look who's back. Liza boyfriend. That's what's her name, boyfriend. That's Tanya boyfriend. He has arrived. Gripper Greg, where have you been? Greg, where have you been? This morning I saying I hear from about 9 hours. He's come back. He's coming back. Gripper, hey, the man laughing.
Get ready to call people. Get ready to call.
All right, Liza, without further ado, let's read that
I want
letter.
to wear all stepmothers and stepfathers today. All bopers roping. All bopers roping. All.
What's the name they gave me again for this?
All wicked stepmothers of the West.
So they are bope and they give me a name the last time.
Step in.
They corrected me, folks. What's it? The Creole name for a stepmother? You all tell us after the counterpart for bope.
I know.
Liza laughing already.
I know.
Liza,
how is me?
Read the letter.
Moving on. The letter reads today. Dear Miguel, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a bad person. But I tried. Tried in a way that sleep can't fix. I've been with my partner for 4 years now. When we met, he already had a child. A little girl who was just about 3 at the time. Her mother was around, but not really around, if you know what I'm trying to say. She would come and go. Sometimes for weeks, sometimes longer. There was never any real structure. So naturally, I stepped in. At first, it was small things. Helping with homework, picking her up when he couldn't, meaning the dad. Making sure she had what she needed. Then, it became everything. School runs in the morning before work, doctor visits when she got sick, doing her hair on evenings and weekends, buying clothes when she outgrew them. Miguel, yes. I didn't just help. I became the constant in that child's life. And nobody asked me to. I did it because I loved him. And I grew to love her too. To the point where people in the community started assuming she was mine. Even at school, they would call me her mother. And I didn't correct them. Because in my heart, it started to feel that way. But here is the part that nobody prepares you for. I don't have any children of my own. And it's not by choice. It's just never happened for me. So while I'm pouring into this child, there's a quiet part of me that wonders if I'll ever experience that bond for myself. Now, here is where it gets so complicated. The child mother still appears. Not consistently, but when she does, every single thing shifts. She wants to make decisions. She wants to take over. She wants the title. And I have to step back. Just like that. After doing everything day in and day out. And the child gets confused. 1 minute, she's depending on me for everything. The next minute, she's been told something totally different. And I have to stand there and smile like I'm not affected, like I'm a robot. Because technically, this is not my child. My partner tells me I knew what I was getting myself into. And yes, I did. But knowing something and leaving it are two different things. Because nobody tells you how to feel to love a child deeply and still feel like you don't fully belong in their life. Recently, I started pulling back. Not because I don't love this child, but because I feel myself getting hurt, doing less, letting him handle more, creating emotional distance. And I don't like that version of myself, to be honest. But I also don't want to keep giving everything and feeling like I can be replaced in a role at any time. Miguel, is it wrong for me to feel this way? Or is this just the reality of loving somebody who already has a child? Signed, Halfway Mother.
I can't speak from the women's side, so
we have to read that one more time.
One more time, and we'll take a break. Let me see. We'll read one more time. We'll take a break and get back to our
one more time.
Yeah.
So persons coming, just joining in, please get ready to call. Remember, I want all both pairs. I want all stepmother. I want everybody.
They say Belme, and somebody say Belme is mother-in-law. So I don't know.
Okay. So the letter reads, Dear Miguel, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a bad person. But I tried. Tried in a way that sleep can't fix. I've been with my partner for 4 years now. When we met, he already had a child, a little girl who was just about 3 at the time. Her mother was around, but not really around, if you know what I'm saying. She would come and go, sometimes for weeks, sometimes longer. There was never any real structure. So naturally, I stepped in. At first, it was small things, helping with homework, picking her up when he couldn't, making sure she had what she needed. Then it became everything. School runs in the morning before work, doctor visits when she got sick, doing her hair on evenings and weekends, buying clothes when she outgrew them. Miguel, I didn't just help. I became the constant in that child's life. And nobody asked me to. I did it because I loved him. And I grew to love her too. To the point where people in the community started assuming she was mine. Even at school, they would call me her mother. And I didn't correct them Because in my heart, it started to feel that way. But here is the part nobody prepares you for. I don't have any children of my own, and it's not by choice. It just never happened for me. So while I'm pouring into this child, there's a quiet part of me that wonders if I'll ever experience that bond for myself. Now, here is where it gets so complicated. The child's mother still appears. Not constantly, but when she does, everything shifts. She wants to make decisions. She wants to take over. She wants the title. And I just have to step back just like that. And after doing everything day in and day out, and the child would get so confused. 1 minute she's depending on me for everything. The next she's being told something totally different. And I just have to stand there and smile like I'm not affected, like I'm a robot. Because technically, this is not my child. My partner tells me I knew what I was getting myself into. And yes, I did. But knowing something and leaving it are two different things, because nobody tells you how it feels to love a child deeply and still feel like you don't fully belong in their life. Recently, I've started pulling back. Not because I don't love her, but because I feel myself getting hurt, doing less, letting him handle more, creating emotional distance. And I don't like that version of myself, to be honest. But I also don't want to keep giving everything and feeling like I can't be replaced in that role at any time. Miguel, is it wrong for me to feel this way? Or is it just the reality of loving somebody who already has a child? Signed, Halfway Mother.
All right, folks, you've heard the letter. You can start weighing 4523046, but we do have a break in just about 2.5 minutes. So, Liza, you can start weighing in now if you want to, or let's see what.
Let me tell you, this letter brought up a little mixed emotions for me, to be honest with you, because I know this is a situation where quite a number of persons find themselves into, whether you coming in as the stepfather or you coming in as the stepmother. Some way, somehow, there is more than 1, 2, 3 persons out there who experience such a situation. And for me, it is all well and good when you could get everybody on board for the well-being of the child or the children. So it's entirely understandable that the young lady who wrote us today feels the way she does, given the circumstances presented to us in the letter. Having stepped in as the primary caregiver of this young child over so many years, her emotional investment and sacrifices are significant. And nobody cannot take that away from her. And I'm sure persons might want to allude to the fact that she points out that she loved him.
That's why she did it.
And that's why she did it. But clearly, over the time or over the years, fitting herself into that role of being somebody that is very much constant, somebody that child can rely on, not just the child, but the father as well. Because when the father is overwhelmed, she is there. So the father also feels that sense of security and responsibility on her end. You understand? But most people will say, oh, biologically, this is not her child and she must know her place. There are persons who think like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take DNA for you to feel a bond or to develop a bond and a connection with a child or children. If your intentions are pure, if your intentions are genuine. And I always tell myself, not anybody could be a mother. There are persons, or father. There are persons out there who have children, but they cannot mother or they cannot father for whatever reason, given their traumas, their environment, or just passing on what they have learned over generations. So they cannot be that constant in their child or children's lives. They cannot just be there and ensure that their children grow up in a tight-knit type of family where they get that sense of, yeah, boy, I can rely on. Or if I know something happened to me, I know I could get support, or I could get some form of comfort from the persons in my unit, which in that case will be the immediate family, my mother, my stepmother. And then now I also look at it from a different dynamic. What if the mother inconsistencies of being there has to do with probably addiction? Or it has to be with she probably is so overwhelmed. You understand? We don't know. But we'll take a commercial break.
I will get right back.
And we'll get right back.
Because, boy, just like you, anyway, we'll get back to that.
And my girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
My girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes you score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitissimo? Apart from tasting great, Fruitissimo is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about fruitissimo. Unless you say something else.
Fruitissimo, you know what they say.
Getting brand new quality tires and rims for your vehicles have never been so easy. Tire Zone in the blue building next to the VG roundabout sells tires for motorcycles for as low as $180. What? But that's not all. Tire Zone also stocks tires for all types of vehicles, including 13-inch for as low as $99, 14-inch starting from $150, 15-inch starting at $185, 16-inch for as low as $195, and 17-inch starting from only $200. Why buy used tires when you can get quality brand new tires for such low prices at Tire Zone? Visit us in the blue building next to the VG roundabout or call 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Again, 452-1313, 486-4459 or 724-5996. Email us at tirezone.slu@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Tire Zone.
This Mother's Day, celebrate the woman behind it all. The dreamer, the achiever, the one who's been there for you. Choose jewelry that reflects the love you share in the moments that matter most. From meaningful charms and bracelets to sparkling rings and necklaces, she'll treasure every day. Because the best Mother's Day gift says more than I love you. Find the perfect Mother's Day gift at your local Pandora store. The Harry Edwards Jewelers Pandora Mother's Day event, April 29th and 30th. See store for details.
What happens when the music is stripped down to the truth? On April 29th, First National Bank presents the Teddyson John Experience at the luxurious Royalton Resorts. Raw vocals, live music, real emotion, an intimate night where Teddyson John opens the heart of the music. Also from Trinidad and Tobago, featuring Nyla Blackman. From St. Lucia, Michael Robinson.
I'm gonna make you mine.
Herb Black.
I'm so sorry.
Umpa.
That's one day no.
And Ricky T. Sharing their stories behind the songs and connects with you up close. This is more than a concert. It's a feeling. Stripped, April 29th. Royalton Resorts, limited seats. One unforgettable night. It's definitely my type of night and my type of vibes.
Tickets for this event are $100 USD. Food and drinks inclusive. Ticket locations: Anthony's Jewelry, Castries and Baywalk, The Wave, and online fourcirclestickets.com.
You have until May 1st to make it right. Easing up the burden makes your head light. IRD is offering a limited window of opportunity. So hurry before the end of this tax amnesty. Pay all taxes owed with 100% waiver of interest, penalties and collection fees. Should you have tax arrears for periods up to and including 2023, go to IRD to set yourself free. The clock is tick, 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 ticking every day. Take the amnesty, don't let it go away. May 1st, it's gone, it will not stay. Go to IRD and pay, it's the right way.
At RCI, we're celebrating mothers in a special way. A word for mama. Call RCI at 452-3046 and participate in something simple but meaningful. Give us your name, mom's name, and a contact number with one word that best describes your mom. Is she strong, loving, inspiring? Which word best describes your mom? 3 lucky callers will get the chance to share the love and win big for mama with each announcer. Let's celebrate mama together. This Mother's Day, we're celebrating the incredible women who raised us. One word that best describes your mom. The winning mom will receive a Mother's Day gift package from our special partners. The winner will be announced live on Wednesday, May 6th.
Super Jazz and Arts. That's the best community jazz event in St. Lucia.
You heard it. Now come to Super Jazz and Arts, the ultimate experience. Gramps Morgan. ZYB, Afrale, Ezra the Flood Machine, Imran Nerdy, Reasons Orchestra, Boomington and the True Tones. Now on a Saturday, May 2nd, doors open from 3 p.m. Get your tickets at $150 or indulge in the ultimate VIP Village experience for $400. Purchase at fourcirclestickets.com, the Cell Outlets Island-wide, and the Sufre Foundation office. 9 incredible artists, 1 unforgettable night. And also join us for DJ Asuf Creole Breakfast Fest, Sunday, May 3rd. Admission free. The ultimate weekend in the ultimate location. Sufre Jazz, the ultimate experience.
Let the spirit move you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Praise, worship, Kingdom Night. Wednesday, May 6th at the Pigeon Island National Landmark. Experience high energy live gospel with Ty Trevette. Ty Trevette. Powerful voice of Ada A.E. Ada A.E. Local gospel acts. Shirley and Cyril Mayers. Nigella St. Clair Daniel. Steffi Ann St. Clair. Dr. Selma St. Brie. Arnold H.A. Jules. Dwayne Brown and the James Sisters. Online tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and ArtsFestival.com. And physical tickets at all regular ticket outlets.
And we're going to get right back into Lettre.
Right
Welcome
back.
because it's already 4 o'clock by time going by.
Real quickly.
Let me take it some of the Facebook comments. Also, Shakira says, that's my situation, man. Hello, Shakira.
Hi, Shakira.
She says, child, mother, and father doesn't break up. Nigella says, Sapavwea. Ella says, child, mother, child, father don't break up. Same thing. Kelvin says, correct is right. Ella says, oh, she sounds nice. That's so sweet. That's motherly instincts. Divine says, my lady, try Mark Shalmine. He has a medicine for that.
What medicine is this?
I don't know. Smith's asking me, Mix, who are those Canadian friends you have coming for jazz? Well, maybe come down, my brother. Come down. You coming down for jazz this time? I saw you last election. Come down and you'll meet them.
Come on, where are the stepmothers and stepfathers? Stand up.
£1 says, meet and his child mother still have something. He says the child is innocent. Kelvin says, always the issue. Lancy, good afternoon to you. Anissa says, wow. Misty says, nah, it requires a level of maturity and emotional intelligence for real. Blackman says, this can happen in any family, stepchild, or biological. There are certain legal dynamics that are beyond your control, and actions by a biological mom are petty. I don't know what advice I can offer, but try speaking with a counselor. All parents, biological and otherwise. Children are complex beings. That's Misty. You all have to learn to co-parent. She says, make friends with her mother and find out how you guys can make it work. If you love the child, that's what you must do. It's about my... Mark says, Smeds, it's about my wicked stepmother. Gasa, it wasn't easy, eh? Lance, hey boy, Liza, is one thing. Lance says that letter is being read with a passion. Kelvin says, writer, the Lord has plans for you, and you are doing great things for that child. You are a mentor in her life. Ella says the child mother sounds very toxic and selfish. Anissa asks, does the mom live on island or overseas? Because that's a factor that needs to be considered. The mom is picking and choosing when to be a mom and play that role, and all three of you need to have a mature conversation, but you need to pray first because the mom may not take it lightly, LOL. Blackman says, I don't like that she refers to herself as a halfway mother. Lady, you've done well as a step-up mom. Give yourself some grace. There are certain things which are beyond your control. Smith says, I will have to change my profession to become a counselor. I hope it's not too... Anyway, I don't like the intentions. Ella says, I believe that the stepmother is being very genuine. It's not often you get nice stepmothers.
Not often.
Oh, I can see from my experiences,
I can
differ.
Not often.
She says, I can resonate with you loving a man and you automatically love the children and do for the kids. Mark says, at least you are taking care of the child, but you feel that you are not appreciated for what you have done and continue to do. Your blessings await you, my
Indeed,
dear.
her blessings await her.
Good afternoon to Lennon Eugene. He says, Letla, we are locked in. Good afternoon to you. I haven't seen you in a while, Lennon. Kelvin says, facts. Mara says, facts. I just want to go through all those comments before. I didn't agree with the fact that because it's not her child, she should be the 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's about love. Anissa says, too many times adults don't think of the kids when they make decisions based on their personal emotions.
Yep.
Blackman says, 100% truth. Some women birth children doesn't make them a mom.
Exactly.
Ella says, the biological mom is being hella emotional, thinking without logics. It takes a village to raise a child, so a genuine person coming to love your child should be a huge blessing. The writer is a good woman, but she letting her ego take over her. And I think I can kind of pinpoint, it almost seems like she's seeking that validation or that thanks or that appreciation for playing the role. And you can argue that this is a role that she is supposed to play. Because what if you whether you marry the man or you decide you're in a long-term
Mhm.
relationship with the man, everything that comes with this man, you're supposed to take everything that comes with this man, including and children should be priority number one.
Mhm. But then again, she's only human, eh?
Yes, agreed.
She's
agreed.
only human, and then you're dealing with a human being that always wanted to be a mother, but it's just that it never happened for her.
Agreed. And she has that surrogate.
You understand? So for whatever reason, we don't know why it has not happened. And sometimes carrying the burden of it not happening, it's very heavy. And most people may think they can relate, but you cannot relate, especially if you a man. You understand? Or if you're a woman and then you're receiving the advice from a woman where God has blessed her, where you're seeing that she has multiple children, and you for some reason have been trying for so long and it's just not happening for you. You understand? So it's a very ticklish dynamic that she is in, and her emotions are just not just based on wanting the title of being a mother and what comes with it, the recognition and everything that comes with it, but it's also from a point where, hey, in my life, I mapped out that I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to birth a child, you understand, or have children of my own. And then given her age too is what it is also important. I would have loved if she had pointed her age out in the letter, because with age comes, with age supposed to come maturity, a great level of maturity, you understand? But then exactly. But then again, when we're dealing with a situation like that, people could understand how emotionally a lot of her decisions may be based upon how emotionally she's been affected, and that is being neglected by the person she's in a relationship with, because she said that he said to her, almost disregarding how she feels as a person, and not just as a person, but your partner, as a stepmom, as a woman wanting to have a child. You just disregard my feelings by telling me I knew what I was getting myself into. And I could only imagine this man's tone when she received it.
Ella says Lennon says an emotional attachment was made with the lady and the child. It's sad to see it came to that. Her intentions sound genuine. I hope she can still check on the child and not let that change her mind. Misty says, exactly, why should the child have to choose? Kelvin says, that's why we have to be careful who we make children with. Now, I'll get to that point. The trauma is real. Anissa says she wants clarity and the man isn't providing it at all. They need to have a mature conversation and come up with a conclusion that is to the child's best interest, has the child's best interest at heart.
Always.
£1 says, Anissa, same thing I'm saying, because they're talking about the child, but at the same time, they're not thinking about the child's interest. The child can be confusing, hurting, and all that shit. Excuse my language. I read it out. SHATE going on. Lancy says the writer is a good woman, but like you said, no one asks you to do the things that you choose to do. This child might grow up and forget you exist. Whatever you do for this child, do it without expecting rewards. I'll get to that part. Mark says, Kelvin, like I said previously, she's upset that she's not being recognized for taking care of the child. What she has to realize is that she has to know her place within the relationship, that relationship. The biological mom will always have first place in the child's life, but the boyfriend father is the one to show her that appreciation. Natalia Charles, good afternoon to you. She says, hey, Miguel Fevrier. Lancy says, Miguel Fevrier, I was raised by the best stepmother. She was my mother. I was treated like her child. And I will get to that, Lancy, because Liza did find some sort of relationship to that, or she feels that situation. And for me, I can speak from both sides, from two sides. Maybe from three sides too. But from the two main sides I can speak from is being the quote-unquote stepchild and being the father who has a partner who becomes the stepmother. Okay. And from the experiences I can speak of have been the best. So
and kudos.
We'll get into that.
Kudos to that.
Get into that. I think I did get a message on my phone there. I'm just trying to see if that message is actually related to.
Kudos to that.
Okay.
When you get stepmoms,
yeah.
When you get mothers who understands that a relationship with the father could only be because of the child I share with you or the children that I have with you. As long as a mother could understand that, then she will be willing to receive the stepmother.
Yeah. Okay. So which one of the situations I'll speak to first? I mean, you can see how handsome I am. I look just like my father, right, Liza? I love the way you roll your eyes.
Next page.
Lord. Yeah. So you
deep
can
breaths.
You can well imagine how handsome. How handsome my dad.
How is me? I doesn't look.
My
I doesn't look.
Just like him.
Doesn't look.
I can tell you that I don't like the term stepmother. It's just recently, actually, my father told my daughter, told Kylie, that you have no stepmother. It's just you have more than one mother, and that's just always how I'd seen it. I rarely ever use the term stepmother. Two of my younger brothers, my youngest and one 9 years younger than me, their mother, who I grew up with, in England, is more or less like my mother. I didn't grow up with my mother. I grew up with my father's family, but that doesn't mean I love my mother any less. My mother and I speak, so I'm close to my mother and my other brothers on my mother's side, but I've never looked at it as, and I've never felt that it was an obligation for them because I was my father's child. She was with my father, and they had to take me. I got everything that my brothers got, I got. All right, and to this date in my phone, she saved as mom. Yeah, and we're very, very close. In fact, mom, happy belated birthday greetings 2 days ago. On the flip side now, my daughter was probably born just before or after my wife and I got together. My girlfriend at the time got together. And I think one of the best feelings was the transition was actually being there and had a transition from her calling her Mommy Sam to just mommy, and she just calls her mommy. It's like a natural thing for. It doesn't mean she loves her mother unless, because I always encourage every day, you call your mother already, call your mom, and that kind of thing. And you'd see that and you'd swear that it's their own mother and child. You know, so I've never had that experience with a stepmother. So for me, and even being on the man's side, dating women who've had children, I've always wanted to be a part of that child's life. I can't replace your father, but if I'm with your mother, obviously it's, if there's an intention to have a long-term relationship, you obviously my child for all intents and purposes, and not discounting the role that your father has played or should play in your life. So for me, it's kind of like an alien thing, hearing about the wicked stepmother thing, believing that it only exists in
for you
in
and
the
probably
fairy
Eddie.
tales.
No, it don't only exist in the fairy tales. It very much happens right here on planet Earth. For many persons, they have gone through hell with the stepmothers or stepfathers, and let me tell you, the list goes on. But I always like to give kudos to the stepmothers and the stepfathers who come in and they blend with the family effortlessly, and you'll show them a different type of way to love. And let me tell you, that's remarkable, and that's very much commendable on your part. That means y'all are rational people. That means y'all see past just yourself. Y'all are not selfish people. Y'all know what it is to put somebody first and their well-being first. And that's why I tell you, with mixed emotions, I could be torn in between, thrown around there, because I could see how she's feeling, no matter how egotistic they may feel, that some of her words there, her choice of words, how it might lead to her feeling a bit egotistic, or the fact that she feels emotionally torn. You understand? And or she feels as if one day that mother will just reappear permanently and just wipe her out, her total existence from that child life.
Do you think that maybe part of her apprehension might not just be the child? I mean, she'll couch it as a child in the letter,
Mhm.
but there's also some below the surface fear of this mother, like 2-3 people mentioned on the live.
Child
that
mother and child father do it.
mother, child
That's
father
why I
thing.
said she may feel as if she will be totally pushed aside, completely forgotten of. Because imagine a scenario as a stepmom or stepdad. She's somebody that normally pops in and pops out when she feels like. So imagine a day you are asked to do a run, to do a pickup, right? And she's there to pick up. What do you do at that point? What do you do? And imagine you now have to probably take a back step. Don't even let that child see you there because she's already with the mom. The mom has already received her from school. And probably that mother now is taking her back home to the place where she knows she's grounded with her father and her step. And then you now relaying that to the father, and the father tell you, but that's her mom.
And that's the thing. But you know, I yes, it's a mom. I think the father has to be more aware though of what's going on, because I'll tell you one of the best feelings, not the best, well, like I mentioned about her just transitioning from mommy Sam to mommy. When I tell people, I always say to a smile. They say, so how's, and I've got a question already, so how's Kylie doing? You know, so I said, let me tell you something. She loves my wife more than she loves me. I always tell people, and that's one of the best feelings in the world. To the point that, I mean, last night was the first time I sleep in my bed for a few weeks, because partner don't want to sleep and she wants to go and lie down next to, and when I go and check on them, she all underneath, you know, underneath my wife and that kind of thing. So that's one of the best as a man. And I think any man, you know, I've said before on the show as well, they always said men need to be careful about, women need to be careful about who they have children with. I think men need to be more careful, because the mother is supposed to be, particularly if girl children, supposed to play a nurturing role from birth right through. And then if you have a mother neglecting those duties, you have a problem.
If you have a problem, you have a major problem on your hand.
You know, with the psychological development of that child.
You have a major problem on your hand. Because what happens with what intends to happen with these children, and it has been proven that children who have lost the years where they need the nurturing more, these are the children who go out there seeking love and comfort from any and anybody. So the moment they feel that type of, yeah, boy, getting it there, or I think it, and you now on the outside think, but hey, hello, that's a crazy, that child is crazy. You understand? But what you doing with somebody like that? You understand?
Exactly.
That's not love. You understand? So then that has a lot to do with it too. How you process what love is and what love's supposed to look like and feel like. You understand?
Yep.
So it has it pulls in all directions.
It does. Now, first of all, let me give some Ella some pressure there. She says, no. You stop trying to give man my role, eh? I'll just future both of you, don't have to worry about the child father hater already. See, the whole thing about the child father and woman always have problems. You see how people say the most things, try and give man my role. And she says, the child, now this is a very, it's a good point. The innocence of youth. This child can be such an easy situation. This can be such an easy situation for the child, but the reality is adults make things complicated. Children don't naturally hate adults. The children don't naturally hate. Adults teach children. Me say punctuator. Adults teach children hate. And she's right. Anissa says this woman loves the child and enjoys being in mommy mood, but the way she's just pushed to the side makes her feel unwanted.
Yeah.
She's still going to love and do anything for that child, but needs to find a way to take a step back. And when the mom is willing to play her role, but they need to have this conversation. And you made a very important point earlier when we spoke about her ego. When we brought a point about ego, the fact that she does not have a child and her motherly instincts have kicked in. And as far as she sees that this is her. This is
hers child. This is hers.
That's my daughter. That's
because
her girl child.
Because she's there 24/7. And remember, she said she is with that child since when she was 3.
3 years old.
3 years old.
That's some very, very formative,
that's very important.
Yes.
Because you're in your toddler stages. You understand? And your mind is like a sponge. And that's the time you're gonna mirror what you see. And after you mirror what you see, whatever you're feeling with whichever adult you're with at the time, let me tell you,
that's what
you latch onto that kind of energy. You receive that kind of energy. So imagine if you pop up, you spend 5 hours with that child as the biological mother. And in that 5 hours, you couldn't teach that child so much that stepmother has taught that child. Can you imagine? When she says that child comes back different all the time. So what are you doing as a mother that will make that child come back home to something where she feels so confused? Exactly. Exactly.
And again, and for those biological, and we need to speak to everybody here.
Everybody.
Those biological mothers who figure having a stepmother is going to take their child away from
No.
You probably don't care about your
exactly.
child. For me, you'd want your child to be in the best environment.
And loved by so many other people.
Where you want to step in is where you figure your child is being mistreated.
Exactly.
I have seen it. There are children that are so manipulative that the love that is given to them is the right love, the discipline, make sure their schoolwork is done.
Oh yes,
curfew,
yes.
But for them, it's a restriction of freedom. When I buy my mother or my father, we're speaking step parents here.
Yeah.
So when I buy my mother or my father, I do what I want.
Exactly.
And that person try and help me. So they're going to start. The children themselves sometimes create that rift between both sides.
Between both adults, yes.
Where it's a situation. If only the biological parent who is not within that nuclear family setting with that child, if only they actually listen and understand their child, they would not have that type of reaction. So I guess we have seen it. So we can't discount the fact that some children, for them to get their way,
they pin the adults against each other. It has happened in cases like in that too, because remember, children are smart beings. These children pop out as if they have a microchip in them already programmed, and as if they're ready to go. You understand? And like I said, during that stage where you're moving from 0 to 5, right? 0 to 5 is considered to be the most important years in any child life, right? And within that time, you get a sense of children, kind of moving towards the personality.
Lancy, they're not married. They've been together for 4 years.
You understand?
Yeah.
So a lot is being developed around that time. So cognitively, children need guidance. They need the direction, and they need the firmness, and also they need to see the togetherness of persons.
That needs to be,
you understand?
That needs to be the example that they need to get.
So we cannot just be speaking it and then we're not acting upon it.
Agreed.
Then it makes no sense. You understand? But at the end of the day, it always boils down to the well-being of the child, and persons always have to set the differences aside, put egos aside, put titles aside, emotions aside, and just focus on the well-being. Because at the end of the day, I bet you everybody have the common goal. Everybody have that one common goal. The mother, the stepmother, and the father, they have that one common goal.
Yep.
But I always have to tell people, when wrong is wrong and right is right, we need to speak up. And I mentioned it earlier on, the man disregarding how she feels, my brother, that is wrong on so many levels on your part. Yep. On so many levels on your part, because clearly you seem to be somebody that is very busy. You seem to be somebody that is very busy, because she now running the show.
Yep.
She running the show, but she doesn't have that support from you.
From you as a man.
As a man, where you could tell your child mother, hello, she's not coming to replace you. she's not in no way trying to replace you, but at least show us some respect, and show us some grace, and be thankful and grateful that she has always been there. Yep. You understand? Yep. Sometimes we need to put people in the place and put them in the bracket where they belong. But if you're a man and you still feel as if, yeah, boy, I still have a little entanglement going on with my child mother. That's why the child mother thinks she could pop in and pop out and all them kind of thing. Let's just say that. You understand? Then, my brother, what you doing? Yeah. What you doing?
Yeah, you're very right. Kelvin says that letter is an eye-opener for most to make the right choices respectfully. All right, we have about 20 seconds left before we go into the break. When we come back, I mean, Liza's gonna take a bus.
No,
Liza, we're gonna read the letter.
You will read the letter
one more time and then get into our final segment of Lettre. Folks, remember 452-3046, 284-6001. Join the conversation. We'll be back.
And my girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo, eh?
Partner, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
My girl, you know what they say about fruitissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes me score runs, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitissimo? Apart from tasting great, Fruitissimo is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Simos is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitissimo. Unless you say something else.
Fruitissimo, you know what they say.
Are you in need of a service that is fast, efficient, specific, and reliable? Look no further. Whether you are building a backyard pool or rehabilitating the nation's water supply, Caribbean Metals Limited cut and bend service is the ultimate solution. Say goodbye to the hassle of manual bending and hello to a new era of precision and efficiency. Guaranteed. With our experienced team and state-of-the-art equipment, we are reshaping the steel fabrication industry. Your bars, columns, beams, stirrups, and U-links can easily be created to meet your specifications. Our equipment can provide over 400 bends per hour in various shapes and sizes, saving time and effort on your project. Caribbean Metals Limited cut and bend services deliver unmatched precision and efficiency, allowing you to achieve professional results every time. Why settle for less? Try our cut and bend service today. Caribbean Metals Limited, working to build a stronger nation. Give us a call today at 720-8854 or visit us online at CaribbeanMetalsLimited.com.
Introducing our latest creation, Rum Vibe by Pitor. A tantalizing blend of premium rum, subtle carbonation, and a touch of magic. Crafted to perfection, this ready-to-drink delight promises an exhilarating experience with every sip. Rum Vibe, my vibe, your vibe, our vibe.
Quick and easy, top up your card. No bank account, you get a pass. BUSL, my freedom card.
Freedom. My money, my way. I got freedom. If I wanna shop online, got bills to pay.
Free where I want, free to play.
I got peace of mind, secure and safe.
With BUSL, my freedom card.
My money, my way.
With BUSL, my freedom card.
It's the Hang 10 Kids sale, and the savings are huge. Get up to 60% off store-wide on all your favorite styles. From playful tees to comfy shorts and everything in between, perfect for every stage and age child. We even have something for the ladies, all at prices that will make you smile. But hurry, stocks are limited and these deals won't last long. So get in quick and grab the best deals before they're gone. Hang 10 Kids, where fun meets savings. Located on Mickwood Street, Castries. Shop now, thank us later.
Bob and Dave were very proud to buy their mom a new energy-saving fridge with lots of smart settings. They remember the old ways of energy saving. Mom always said, "Close the fridge, you're wasting current." Smart advice then, smart advice now. Close the fridge, you're wasting current. Saving energy is What's smart?
I hooked on the taste of Domino's Pizza. I hooked on the flavor of Domino's Pizza. Always remember, nothing tastes better than Domino's Pizza. And what makes it greater is that we deliver. So it's like no other. Prices are better. Always remember, nothing tastes better than Domino's Pizza.
Choose Domino's Pizza with locations in Rockney Bay, Caribbean Cinemas, William Peter Boulevard, and J4.
Bexo Jazz, here I come.
Bexo Jazz say April 19, Uhabi Uhapawe,
Cox, Weka, Frankstage, Mava Providence, Sharon Nurse, Shirley and Cyril Mayers, Massa Shami Machisa.
Experience the artistry of arrangers, Pete Elsoni, AJ, and more. Make it a family affair. General admission is free. VIP elevated seating for only $150. Tickets available at Steve's Barbershop, Saul Gas Station, Bexor, or online at fourcirclectickets.com. Hills and Valleys 2026, April 19th. Showtime 5 p.m. Kids Zone 3 p.m.
Don't continue being in the red. This is your chance to clear your head. If you have any tax arrears up to income year 2023, the Inland Revenue Department is reminding you to act now. The tax amnesty comes to an end on May 1st, 2026. And remember, it comes with a 100% waiver on interest, penalties, and collection fees. That's right. You only pay what you owe, nothing more. All taxes, one deadline, one opportunity. Make your arrangements today and get back on track. Call 468-2800 for the Castries office or 468-6655 for Supre and 468-4960 V4 or visit your nearest Inland Revenue Department office. May 1st, 2026 is your last chance to fix. The date is getting closer every day. Take advantage right away. Don't miss.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home.
Really?
Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with the style stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up.
What are you looking for?
Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle dazzle.
Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Star Tile and Bath, they're my number one store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Robbie Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
And we're back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, April 15th, 2026, and our final segment of Lettre for the day. And Liza is going to read that letter one
more time. So you mean to say we have no bopers and no stepmothers, nothing like that?
Somebody else asked me to put the numbers online.
So
put the
y'all have none of that. So y'all not being great role models for children y'all didn't buff. Set lisi. Zodnia nunia shaimun adidas set lisi kika pote how they say not raise children that's not theirs, you do.
Yep.
Yoka jik introduce adopted daughter Les autres, ouais, moi, meet my adopted son
obituary.
or my adopted daughter. Anyway, dear Miguel, I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a bad person. And I'm reading faster on this one. But I tried. Tried in a way that sleep can't fix. I've been with my partner for 4 years now. When we met, he already had a child, a little girl who was just about 3 at the time. Her mother was around, but not really around, if you know what I mean. She would come and go, sometimes for weeks, sometimes longer. There was never any real structure. So naturally, I stepped in. At first, it was small things, helping with homework, picking up her when he couldn't, making sure she had what she needed. Then it became everything. School runs in the morning before work, doctor visits when she got sick, during her doing her hair, on evenings and weekends, buying clothes when she outgrew them. Miguel, I didn't just help. I became the constant in that child's life. And nobody asked me to. I did it because I loved him and I grew to love her too. To the point where people in the community started assuming she was mine. Even at school, they would call me her mother, and I didn't correct them because in my heart, it started to feel that way. And here is the part that nobody prepares you for. I don't have any children of my own, and it's not by choice. It just never happened for me. So while I'm pouring into this child, there's a quiet part of me that wonders if I'll ever experience that bond for myself. Now, here is where it gets complicated. The child's mother still appears, not consistently, but when she does, everything, and I do mean everything, shifts. She wants to make decisions. She wants to take over. She wants the title. I have to step back just like that. And after doing everything day in and day out, the child gets so confused. 1 minute, she's depending on me for everything. The next, she is being told something totally different. And I just have to stand there and smile like I'm not affected, as if I'm a robot, because technically, this is not my child. My partner tells me, I knew what I was getting myself into. And yes, I did. But knowing something and leaving it are two different things, because nobody tells you how it feels to love a child deeply and still feel like you don't fully belong in their life. Recently, I started pulling back, not because I don't love her, but because I feel myself getting hurt, doing less, letting him do more, handle more, creating emotional distance. And I don't like the version of myself, to be honest. But I also don't want to keep giving everything and feeling like I can be replaced in that role at any time. Miguel, is this wrong for me to feel this way? Or is this just the reality of loving somebody who already has a child? Signed, Halfway Mother.
All right. And a quick recap. This woman has been with the man for 4 years. He had a young daughter when they met, and the biological mother, according to her, is inconsistent. So she stepped in and raised that child. Over time, she became the main caregiver. But when the real mother shows up, she feels pushed aside. She has no children of her own, which makes it even more emotional for her. And now she decided to start pulling back to protect herself. Ladies and gentlemen, is she wrong for feeling this way? And saying good afternoon to Yaz. Team RCI?
Yeah.
Hey, Migs, good afternoon to you, my darling. Thank you for joining. Yes, so the number is 4523046. That's a landline. And 2846-001. That is our WhatsApp line. We have just about 20 minutes left before we end the show. Liza, anything else you want to add into our discussion already regarding that? Any advice for the man, for the father?
He needs to be a better communicator. He needs to step up, in the sense of you also need to you have a responsibility to defend your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not using the word defend as if they're at war, but it's just a level of mutual respect, because this is somebody that has been there with you, and you realize how reliable she is and how responsible she is. You understand? You feel your child is protected by that person because you have given that person, you have relinquished so much of parental power onto this young lady. You understand? And you never question it. So why not step up and have a conversation with the mother as to what you are willing to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate, because boundaries clearly need to be set. You cannot decide you want to show up at any point in time and just do otherwise, or just figure you just want to make certain decisions that probably I and my partner have already discussed. You understand? And then you just overruling us because you just want to be like a pleaser in your child's eyes to a point where she loves you more. You understand? Or she has that biasness when it comes to you. You understand? So he needs to definitely have a conversation with the mother, and then now a joint conversation with the three of them as to where they see this balancing out. You understand? Because at the end of the day, is not them. It's clearly the child, the well-being of the child.
And like you said, Ella agrees with you. She says this can be fixed with a good, emotionally intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Period. Ashley says, fall back, my lady. Allow your BF to step up and be a better father. Is he being a bad father?
I don't think so.
I don't think he is,
I don't think so.
I think he's probably become even, it's a mix of him becoming
mixed.
more complacent and comfortable, knowing that he has somebody else constantly raising that child, as opposed to the mother who's in and out, and that kind of, the biological mother who's in and out and that kind of thing. And for the child, like I said earlier, this whole label of stepmother, I mean, I think that's just for official titles, but then like my father put it, it's not a stepmother, it's just your other mother. It's just your other mother, especially if they're playing the roles that's expected of a parent, and even going far beyond providing a child with much more love, it appears, than what the mother seems to be doing with her inconsistency. I think it's a tug of war, you know. It's just the biological mother is just trying to play this tug of war and establish her dominance.
Because is either on she being on the outside looking in, hey, that's my family. You understand? And it could be that when the child is with her, the child raves about her stepmom. My stepmom do this, and my stepmom does that, and my stepmom, and my stepmom, and my stepmom, and my stepmom. So it could be, it nags at her a bit. You understand?
And you know, it's about men being egotistical. Women, alpha male women always want to be the queen bee.
You understand?
Always,
so it could be something like, boy, that like I seen like, oh, that woman want to take my placement. Like, oh, what really going? My child, like, me that birth that child, and stuff like that. Go and get a child of your own. I could only imagine some of the things that going through her head. But like I said, I love children. So whether or not I meet somebody with a child, that's not no issue to me. If you, as the mom, have an issue with me being around your children, then if you could have a sensible conversation with me, I will entertain it. So you tell me why you have an issue with me being around your child. And if we could have that sensible conversation, and I could now tell you, but hey, I am not coming to take your place, nor do I want to take your place. But if I could point out at least 5 ways that me being in the presence of your child, or just being involved in your child life, will further propel your child to achieve whatever they want out of this life, and you cannot receive it, then you have a problem that is beyond just me.
You know, we again also as adults, we don't give the youth as much credit as we should, the children as much credit as she should. I think as we should. I'm not sure how old that child is now. 4 years. That child is 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 7.
About
so
7.
Child is 3, 4 years. So 7.
7 going to 8.
7 going on 8. I don't think the children are given enough credit for being discerning as to where they want to be, who they, because they feel it. You feel it.
Of
As
course.
a child, you feel it. You feel who's there for you. And
You
that
do.
child will reach a point of either adulthood or near adulthood, and they will know.
Of course.
They will know. So for me, I just think that this woman should just keep doing what she's
Yeah,
doing.
there's nothing wrong with her feeling the way she feels. She's entitled to feel that. You understand? Because I look at it from a perspective of she always want to be a mom, but it just never happened for her for whatever reason.
She already has that maternal DNA.
You understand? For whatever reason, it just not come to existence. You understand?
So here's a question for you. For you, Liza, and a lot of women out there, and men too. Is the child, let's say in this situation, you've been for 4 years, is the way the child treats you, the man treats you perfect and whatever, but the way the child deals with you, is that a deal breaker? Is that something that would make you want to extricate yourself from that relationship or end that relationship with the guy because of the way a child treats you?
No. Let me tell you why. If I'm coming into a relationship, I would have already know that you have a child or you have children, because I'm doing my homework. I might not know who your child mother is or who your children mothers are, but for one, I know you have baggage. But if I'm seeing
a little hand baggage,
if I'm seeing I have feelings for you, these feelings are one where I could see me settling down or me being more than just in a short-term relationship, my brother, that means I'm taking on your baggage. So that means accepting your child or your children and the drama that might comes with it. So I'm already prepared and armed for your child mother or your children, your children mothers, your baby mamas. Okay? I'm already armed, but and that's why I say don't get it twisted. I could be a very nice person, and there are other women who think logical like that. I could be a very nice person, but what you must never do is to approach me and your behavior is one that is aggressive and it's based on you being petty. Don't do that. Don't. I trust and believe I will handle you. And after I handle you, I will handle your child father. And the way I'm going to handle him, by telling him, because a lot of men don't set ground rules. They don't. Because some women come into a relationship prepared to deal with your child mother or your baby mamas. Because they see a future with you. So they know what to expect. They're already anticipating a lot of things. You understand? So they're just waiting for your child mother or your baby mamas to just prove themselves. If they want that is one that they could work with, there is togetherness, there is a unit, we could build on that. You understand? I'm not saying we have to be friends, but we understand that, hey, there is children involved or there is a child involved. And you know your place, and I know my place.
All right. Tanya has just joined us. Good afternoon to you, Tanya. She says children will eventually adjust. Children respond to energy in the end, which is the point I was making. They're very discerning as well. Ashley says, true, parental pride has caused children some really good relationships with healthy adults.
Yep.
The more people actively loving on your kids, the better. But with hatred, jealousy in the mix, the kids lose. Great. Mara says, great dialogue, y'all. Thank you, darling. Thank you. It's no he say he cheats, she cheats. I was checking his father, and then I was checking him. I was checking her mother. Now I check. Nah. Today's real talk. And you know, funny it's like in the Caribbean setting, particularly descendants of the slave trade, where we saw promiscuity, for lack of a better term, where men you'd find a lot of those family dynamics coming to play. You find no more of, you do find the nuclear families, but they're also mixed. So you find a lot of step parents and that kind of thing. And it's just a natural part of our life. So it's a situation that we have to, many of us, probably 50-60% of us will have to deal with later in life, even more so than having, I think there are more people who are in second or third relationships, marriages with children already existing than there are people who get married and just have a relationship and stay together. So these are the actual family dynamics we have to face in the Caribbean, and it's a discussion that we must have. And for me, I subscribe to my father's thing about, well, one thing about my father, you don't have no half siblings. Never this half brother. I hate this half brother, half sister thing, because my father was one. I have to shout out somewhere to the late, the great Ken Foster. These are men who always believe that, yes, I may have children of different mothers, but my children must all know each other. So you're not.
And only if all men who used to think along them lines will have better people in our society, right?
Yeah.
And some mothers, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But let me tell you, for whatever reason, boy, that's why I always say kudos to those. Let me tell y'all heart pure. You understand? You'll come into a relationship and you'll come to enhance, not to create no negativity, no toxic environment for nobody involved.
Yeah.
So kudos to y'all type of women and men out there that are involved in relationships with children
y'all hear that noise
or
there?
stuff like that.
You
understand?
Orgasm. Tiku just had an orgasm like a football match just finished. Tiku they make that kind of noise.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it
Yes,
is.
and I'm with you. I hate this half brother. I hear you screaming, boy. I hear you making that kind of noise. What go on there?
We are taking licks.
What's it called?
Free all.
A nice leg.
Forward
that's second leg. Home leg.
Second leg.
Second leg.
5-4. Aggregate.
Tiku there catching his boy. Tiku catching his glad on football there. Yeah, Missy. So Liza makes a lot of sense, and I love you make a lot of sense. And this, I think we can all agree that this whole, if you're with somebody, again, you're with somebody, they have a child before the two of you. When you say you're with somebody, that somebody includes all their possessions. I use possessions loosely. Talk about their children, everything related to them, their connections. You take on their baggage, you take on their stress, their financial stress, that this kind of.
You have to be prepared.
And children are a very important part of it. So if you're not, and luckily this woman always wanted to be a mother.
She
so
always
I can
wanted
see her
to.
probably taking this child, seeing this child as her quote unquote pet project. So see that as I didn't have a child. Maybe it's too late for me to even have anymore.
That's why I said I would have loved to know her age. You understand?
Especially if it's a girl.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a girl.
You understand? So at the end of the day, like I said, it's understandable for her to feel so, because family dynamics are ever evolving.
Yeah,
you understand? So there is never one thing you could pull from when it comes to scenarios of that, or wait, you have the family taking center focus. You understand? So at the end of the day, just keep being you, baby.
Yeah, man.
You're a blessing, and you're not just a blessing for that child, but it might not make sense now, but trust me, there's a reason why you have stayed in that relationship for 4 years. You met that child when she was 3, and you have been with this guy for 4 years. He or she's now 7, moving on 8. This is purpose. This is purpose. And even if maternally this is not yours, trust me, baby girl, when you least expect, Jah will send your blessing for you.
Yeah, and think about those people who adopt children, and these children themselves never even know that they are adopted, and it's just because of the environment they were raised in, and that kind of thing. They felt like they were part of a family. I don't believe in anything. I said, you take me, you take my child. I take you, I take your child.
I don't make children feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't ever want to do that. Make a child feel uncomfortable. So for me, like I say, I keep saying, I love children. I have none of my own, but I love children. And I'm sensitive by them. I'm very much sensitive by them. And let me tell you, I had once somebody said to me, you're not a mother.
You don't know.
Somebody said that to me. And when the person said that to me, it crushed me. So I stayed silent because if I were to answer, I would have answered out of anger. So I wanted to take a step back, go, replay the scenario in my head, and then now answer that person when I was more calmly. And when I got the opportunity for me to talk to that fellow, and I broke it down for him, and I said to him, at the end of the day, some of y'all men could be so damn selfish and ungrateful because only when it suits y'all, a woman don't know you don't know what it is to be a mother. But when it is in your favor, right? That don't go through your brain, you know.
It doesn't.
It don't go through your brain.
It doesn't.
At no point in time. So for anybody to tell somebody that they don't know what it is to be a mother, you're fooling yourself. Women are born with that natural instinct.
To be a mother.
Yeah, they are born with
Tanya
it.
says that's also the biggest load of crap. You're not a parent. Shake my head.
Yeah.
All right. So Liza, it's time for you to weigh in.
Well, that's my way in. That was my way in. My
right.
baby, you have purpose. And like I said, when you least expect, Jah will bless you. Jah will bless you with your very own, my girl. Sometimes you have two. He give you twins.
It's like that very child. Shall I be the one making you proud,
Exactly.
taking care of you?
So don't stop. They would right now. You in a tussle. You in a tug of war. You being thrown there and thrown there. No, don't stop loving that child. Continue loving that child. Do not allow the actions of the mother to change the way you interact with that child. Don't do that. And every time that child comes back to your environment, you need to reassure that child that she is loved by you.
There you go. There you go.
And nothing in this world is going to stop that. Yeah. Reassurance is everything.
Agreed. All right. So, folks, it's about time I weigh in, and it's not much I have to say. It's that, if we have to be honest with ourselves, this situation is more common than we'd like to admit, or many people like to admit. And it also comes with a silent kind of pain, because this woman stepped into a role that requires full love, but it does not guarantee full recognition. She became the stable parent, but she is not the official parent. And that emotional gap can be a very hard one to carry. Now, she's not wrong for feeling hurt, but she also has to understand the reality of the position that she accepted. You can love deeply in that role, but you have to create the boundaries to protect yourself. Because if you give everything without limits, you will feel the loss every time that dynamic shifts. Every time this woman comes in and says, my child, she starts playing this overbearing mother role, all of a sudden she's a mother, you're going to feel it. So the real question, my darling, is not whether you love that child, because we know that you do. The question is whether you can continue giving that love without losing yourself in the process. And I think it is possible. And like Liza did say, and many of our commenters said, that it starts with a very emotional, intelligent, and mature conversation. Now, with 1 minute left, I just like to say thanks to all of you for joining us today on Lettre. It was a very wonderful show, a sobering one, if you ask that, because it does cause, I'm sure it has caused some reflection for those of you step parents and parents here. Some of you are in the father situation, some are in the mother situation, some are in the stepmother situation. So I'm hoping that some of the answers here, or even not even the answers, but even just the whole discussion has taught you to think and reevaluate your situation and know the best moves moving forward. So until next week, I am Miguel Fevrier, aka Butu, and my co-host, the lovely Empress Isa. We're saying goodbye. I'll see for you for tomorrow. My guest is still not confirmed. I have two, and they're going to be athletes who represent us at Character recently concluded. So I'm waiting on one of the two to confirm. Wow. So we'll have them tomorrow.
Big things tomorrow.
Of course. Bye, folks.